So, okay. So this is like what we call the getting started right call, or the GSR call. And so really I want to go, which some of this you already know because we've talked about it. But I want to go over just the basic information, and then kind of like what the goals are, I guess, like this month. So first and foremost is, the 3 vital behaviors. And this is something that all Beachbody coaches are going to talk about, that we're going to like drill into. You guys are going to hear it a million times, but it's because it's so important. So the 3 vital behaviors should be done every single day. And so number 1 is be a product of the product. There's actually 4 vital behaviors right now, but as a new coach, I'll go into the 4th one too, but it's something that's going to kind of grow as you grow. So 1 is to be a product of the product. So what that means is you're drinking your Shakeology daily, you're doing your workout program. Now, of course, I understand we're all human. There's going to be days we skip our workouts. There's going to be days we're not perfect at this. But the goal is to try and do it every day, and talk about it and be real and honest. So you're sharing. That goes into number 2. You're sharing, you're connecting, and inviting. So, and when you miss a workout, I actually would prefer you share that. Say, because people don't want to view you as like this superhuman, like, oh my gosh, she's perfect. I could never relate to her because she does this every single day. So like being real on social media is so important, because you can say, oh my gosh, like totally fallen off this weekend. My diet stunk, didn't do my workouts, but I'm getting back on track type of thing. So just sharing and being honest and open with people socially. So that's what sharing is. Sharing is mainly, posting on social media. So we say you should post 3 times a day on your page. That doesn't have to be all health and fitness. That could be a recipe. It could be, something about your family. It could be then what you're doing with your workout today, or your shake, or, what it's like to be a Beachbody coach. It can be 3 to 5 times a day you should be posting. And the reason for that is Facebook especially is, number 1, it's because Facebook is like a popularity contest, truthfully. Like they have all different type of algorithms on there. So the more people that can engage on your page, the better. So that's why even sometimes like you'll see us post silly things like, I'm looking to get my hair cut, and you'll show like A or B, choose A or B. It's because we want as many people to comment on that photo as possible, because then that will boost our posts up in the newsfeed so that other people see it. So think of creative things like that. Like for you, Heather, you could do something like creating a new gluten-free recipe. Which do you think I should do? Muffins or cupcakes? You know what I mean? Just get them involved, get their opinions. People love to give their opinions. So just think creatively in that type of way. Connecting, this is still number 2. And I broke it down a little bit because sharing, connecting, and inviting are all a little different. So connecting, this is what I like to say is like your hey girl. So really like just messaging people, whether it's on Facebook or texting or Instagram, just reconnecting with people. So, hey, how you doing? Haven't talked in forever. So that's a great place. You want to start in your warm market as a new coach. So what that means is your family, your friends, old classmates, old roommates, people from church, people that know you. Because it's going to take time for people who don't know you to start building a trust in you by seeing all of your posts. So start with your warm market, connect with them. And then inviting, I'm going to break that down into 2. 1 is inviting people as friends on Facebook. So adding people as friends on Facebook, or inviting them to like your page on Facebook. This includes Instagram as well. And then also the personal invitation. So sending out those personal invitations after you connect with them. So, for example, if you have friends that are, just had babies, you connect with them. Oh my gosh, I saw you just had a baby. How you feeling? How's it going? Just chit-chatting with them, connecting, and then say, hey, I thought about you. I just started an accountability group, or I'm starting up an accountability group, and I thought you may be interested in it. I know how difficult it can be post-baby, whatever. And just giving that invitation to actually join. Because what you'll find is that a lot of people might see your posts and want to join, but they don't actually do it until you personally message them. So, and I was one of those people. Like, I would have never messaged somebody and been like, I want to do this. Like, my friend approached me and I was like, okay. And it was like a simple yes. It was like, I was the easiest yes anybody could have gotten. So make sure you're doing those invitations. We say that you really need to send out 3 to 5 invitations a day. But remember, we're not salespeople. So, one of the biggest things is to just connect with them first and then, give them that invitation. The cool thing about the Country Heat program now, in my opinion, is that it is geared towards anybody. So for me, it's opened up doors to invite so many more people, because there's a lot of people that you might think like, well, they don't like to work out, or maybe like they have a lot of weight to lose. And like, you're thinking like some of these other programs like are going to be really hard for them. Country Heat opens up that door to give them something that's fun and easy to do. It doesn't hurt your knees. It's like, it's one of those programs that it's literally just getting them up and moving to have fun. And of course, along with that, you get the portion control, and like, that's like a no-brainer. So I've been inviting like crazy to that. And you can even say something like, hey, I saw your last post come across my news feed. I saw it as a sign to, just message you, see how you're doing, and invite you to my upcoming accountability group. And they're like, oh, what's that? So it doesn't have to be long-winded. Try not to word vomit on people. That's what I did when I first started. I literally was like, hey, wanted to see how you're doing, and I am doing this new accountability group and Shakeology. It's 70 superfoods, and today it's going to do this and this and this. Like, I literally wrote a book, and somehow I did get people, but there was a lot of people that didn't respond, and like, I'm like, oh my gosh, that was such a bad thing. So that's the second one. That's share, connect, invite. Do you have any questions about that?
No.
Okay. I know that's a lot in one. So I'll just reiterate real quick. So we're sharing on our social medias 3 to 5 times a day. And it doesn't have to be all health and fitness. This is a way for people to connect with you, to build a trust in you, get to know you. Because especially at the beginning, people are just going to watch you. They're going to be like, what's this thing that she's doing? I'm just going to sit and watch and see what she's doing. And so they're not going to, they probably won't even like your photo. They won't comment on your photo. They're just watching you. So make sure that you're patient and you continue sharing without fail. It doesn't matter how many likes you get. It doesn't matter how many comments you get. You do it every single day. Then you're connecting, so you're reaching out to people, doing your hey girls, just starting up conversation. And then you have the invitation. So that includes, adding 3 to 5 new friends a day on your social medias, as well as the invitation to accountability groups, the personal invitations. And I said this in our previous call, but a cool way, you want to connect to them face-to-face as best as possible. So what that means is you could either, like, I don't know if you're on Snapchat, but you could do like a Snapchat and do like a video of yourself inviting them. Hey, Lauren, how are you? Wanted to invite you to this. That's like super personalized. So they're going to want to be more invested in you. You can also do the voice recording on Facebook, which is another really cool option. And you have I think 60 seconds to, get it in there. But it just makes things so much more personalized. They get to hear your voice. They get to hear your excitement. And they're going to be like, wow, she took time to do that, rather than, well, maybe she just copied and pasted this, So think of creative ways to do that. And then the third one is personal development. And that is one that, oh my gosh, so many people don't do. And I have to admit, I did not do this for a long time. I started off doing it because my Melanie Mitro told me to. So I started with the book, the initial book, but then after the first book, like I never did it. And I was like, I was okay. My business was moving, but that's because I was so excited and I'm a go-getter. But then I got to a point where I was like frustrated because I kind of stalled a little bit and I was like, what is going on? And it was the fact that I wasn't doing personal development. I wasn't growing in my skills. I wasn't growing in myself as a person, as a leader. And so that all just kind of like stalled my business. So avoid stalling your business. Get into some personal development. Honestly, you just need 10 minutes a day. There's 3 books that I'm going to recommend. The one is The Compound Effect. The second one is called The Slight Edge. And then the third one is Girl Code. So I would choose one of those to start with. And you can, honestly, I hated reading. So, and I didn't really have time. Like I thought, I don't have time to do this. So I just put it on Audible and I listened to it. So I listened to it while I was driving. I listened to it while I was doing laundry. It was a great way to multitask and get my personal development in. I still do that with podcasts all the time. I just listen to it while I do everything throughout my day. So, but yeah, so that's for personal development. Those are the 3 I recommend. 10 minutes a day. Don't skip it. It's like the one piece that is going to help you grow and really change. So any questions on those 3 vital behaviors? No. Okay. So the 4th vital behavior, which if you have any challengers or any coaches, you can do this now. So it's recognition. So what that means is you're basically just looking at, you can find something good about anybody. So it's just looking at your challengers or any coaches that have signed up and shouting them out. You can do this on your personal page and shout them out, which I recommend because it's going to make them feel really good about themselves and special, and make sure you tag them in it. And then you can also do it in the actual accountability group. So like you said, you have somebody that's really participating, shout them out for it. Maybe you have one of the girls, once you talk to the girls in the group and they say, oh my gosh, I'm loving the Shakeology, I drink it every day, shout them out for it. You know, find reasons through your conversations to give them a shout out, because people need recognition. And this is a really important piece that's going to drive your business and move it forward, not only just like coaching wise, but in your accountability groups. If they feel like they're being recognized, they're going to want to post more. They're going to want to like be involved more. So recognition is really important too. And truthfully, like when I started, I always had challengers, but I also found reasons to shout people out that like I just met on social media. So like on Instagram, if there's somebody that you think is just a great transformation, or like they inspire you in some sort of way, you can do like a featured post on them. And you know, usually it's somebody that I'm like, oh my gosh, they would make like an amazing Beachbody coach. And I love what they're doing. Like, I just love what they're doing. And so I say, hey, would you mind if I featured you on my page? And so then I just shout them out on my Instagram or Facebook, whatever it is, tag them in it. And sometimes they'll be like, oh, like, I love your page too. Like, I'll shout you out too. So it's like, you could do a flip flop, you know? I've done that before. And of course my girl went with another company. I'm not going to say it, but which I'm totally bummed at, because she would have rocked this. But we did that for each other. I've done it multiple times actually. And honestly, even if they don't join, it's just such a good feeling to like have people behind you. And like, it's created such amazing relationships with people that I am so grateful for. So find a reason to, you know, to recognize other people and shout them out. All right. So that's number 4. Any questions? No? Okay. All right. So those are our daily behaviors. Daily, daily, daily. Have to stress this daily thing. We cannot build a reputation with people, a good reputation with people, if we just choose to post every once in a while. If we just choose to invite every once in a while. If you read the compound effect, this is basically the principle in it. Every little thing you do, whether good or bad, will compound. And so when we choose these little behaviors, although especially at the beginning, you're gonna like post and you're gonna be like, wow, one person liked it, woo, you know, and you're gonna be like, well, that really stunk, like I was expecting something more. Don't have any expectations for it, just do it, because every little behavior is going to compound and become this snowball that just keeps getting larger and larger and larger. And so, you know, you have to start somewhere. So don't have an expectation of how it should be from the start. Just do these behaviors and share it, and things will just grow and grow and grow. But you have to be consistent. That's the power of the compound effect, is the consistency. If you're not consistent, then there's going to be all these loopholes, and people are going to be like, well, I haven't seen her post in like 3 weeks, you know. You have to build a strong foundation, and the only way to do that is through consistency. So make your compound effect work for you by being consistent in these behaviors every single day. And I mean, some days you might only post once, but the really cool thing about especially Facebook now is like you can schedule posts. So, you know, if you're like, oh, I'm really busy tomorrow, or like I completely want tomorrow to be like for my kids, you know, or my husband or whatever, then you can schedule your posts for that day so that you're not on your phone, you're not on your computer, you're able to just be with your family, but you know things are getting posted still. So you're still present on social media. And then, you know, maybe that day you can't get around to inviting, then you just make up for it the next day and you do double what you would usually do. And then everything will work out completely fine. So, but the social media presence is so important at the beginning, because people are starting to watch you and they want to see what you're going to do with it. Because unfortunately, a lot of people want to see you fail. A lot of people are expecting you to fail. They're like, oh, this is another pyramid scheme. Oh, this is that. This is, you know, they're going to have negativity, unfortunately. I know when I first started, I had people block me on Facebook. I had people like unfriend me. But yeah, I had to stay in the mindset of, it doesn't matter. Number one, if those people are trying to tear me down and not believe in me, they're not my friends anyways. Like, I don't want a circle of people around me that are going to be like that. So it was kind of like, okay, like it's a blessing in disguise, you know, and then just kind of shake it off, because their opinions don't matter. The opinions of sheep don't matter. You know, we have to be those lions and not care. So, you know, and something too that Melanie told me when she started was the mindset of, you know, other people's opinions won't be paying your bills. Other people's opinions aren't going to give you, you know, that joy, that happiness, that success. So keep that in mind. Who cares? If people are negative towards you, just say, okay, that's fine. Like, and if you need to block them, I've had to do that before. Like, I'm not going to allow negativity on my page. Like, see you later. You know, it's your business. You control it. And that's that. All right. So we're going to move into Success Club and what the heck Success Club is. So when you sell challenge packs, so this is a challenge pack, is the Shakeology order with the workout program, which also includes, there's different combinations. So it could include the performance line and a workout, or it could include the 3-day refresh and a workout, or it could include the on-demand and Shakeology. There's all different combinations, and you can see those online. But you get 2 Success Club points for every time you sell a challenge pack. Our goal monthly is to hit 5. So really 6, because you should be selling. I'm sorry?
Challenge packs. 6 challenge packs or 6 points?
6 points. 6 points. So if you sell 3 challenge packs every month, then you're at 6, right? And I hate talking about sales because it's not about sales, but if you help 3 people every month with challenge packs, then you're at 6. Now, you do get 1 point for any Shakeology home direct orders. That's important, because if you just sell a one-time bag, you don't get a point. So it has to be on the home direct. And there's perks to getting the home direct. They can still cancel it. If they decide they don't want it after that month, they can still cancel it. But they pay like almost $15 in shipping if it's not on home direct. So they're saving a lot of money by doing it with the home direct. However, nowadays, and some people are just stuck in their ways and they're not going to do it, but we have challenge packs that are just $10 more than the Shakeology alone. So in my opinion, if I can get an entire workout system that's going to go along with the Shakeology and get portion control and a coach and an accountability group with it, why not spend an extra $10? Because you're already spending $130. Why not get everything you actually need to ensure your success? So whenever I do talk to people about Shakeology, or they're just interested in the Shakeology, I transition them over to challenge pack mode, because it's $10. You can't get a workout program and the support system and portion control for $10 anywhere. So go ahead.
Sorry. So if they if they don't get a challenge pack, that means that they can't be in an accountability group?
They can. This is all dependent on you. But that's how I run my business, is mainly with the challenge packs. However, sometimes people, they do have they'll be like, oh, well, I have, T25 at home already. And I'll be like, okay, was that program like good for you though? Did you do it? Did you feel like that was the one for you? Like what type of, I really dive back in, like what type, because a lot of times people don't finish them because it's not the right workout program. And they're like, oh, I was bored, or it wasn't hard enough, or it was too hard, or I don't really like all that cardio. So I try to find out what that was. Like, did you not do it? Like, what did you think of it? Because sometimes maybe that was, if they had no guidance in choosing the program, maybe that's completely the wrong program. Like so many times, like how many people have bought Insanity thinking like, this is the workout program, and they tried it one time and threw it out or put it in a drawer.
I lasted like 5, and then I was like, okay, I don't know, I'm going to the gym.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why, like, I reevaluate with them. And maybe it was the right program. They just didn't have the support. But a lot of times it's just not the right program. They have like all these great intentions of it being like the great program that's going to transform their life. And then they realize like, okay, yeah, no, like, not happening. So in that case, I will then, I ask them, what was it about it that you didn't like? What type of workouts would you be more inclined to do? Is it dance? Is it, lifting? I try and understand what their goals are too. Are they trying to lose weight? Are they trying to build muscle? Are they, how much weight are they trying to lose? What's their fitness level, their current fitness level? That's really important, because if they're a beginner, you're not going to set them up with Insanity. Like you're going to go with 21 Day Fix or, Country Heat, or Pio. Maybe they have knee problems and they can't do any sort of jumping around. So try and ask all of those questions to understand what program would work for them. Because there's nothing worse than setting them up with the wrong program. They're like, this is terrible, we want to make sure they have the right program. So with that said, though, if you have somebody that's like, oh, well, I go to the gym, I just want the shakes, I would also ask them, okay, that's fine, but let's talk a little bit more. How's your eating habits? Let's talk about your eating habits. And I make them walk me through a day of what they eat. Then I'll say, okay, if it sounds pretty good, I'll ask them, have you been seeing results? Have you been seeing any changes in your body with that current diet? Most of the time, truthfully, it's a no. Then I'll ask, how is your portions? Do you know much about portion sizing? Do you know what foods to eat and when? Most people don't. And then I can move them over to, well, what about this option of the challenge pack? It's $10 more. You would be able to get the entire portion control system. It will break down how many different containers of what color a day you'll need to be eating. It's a simple system. It's designed to give you the best results based upon your current weight, your workout program, and where you want to go. And I believe that this is what's going to give you the best results. You can still go to the gym. You can even try these workouts on demand for the first 30 days, and you can bring them to the gym. And the days you can't make it to the gym, you can do this workout at home. It's just $10 extra. Most of the time, people go for it because it's going to help them. It's going to help their bodies. Like, there's so many people in the gym that never see changes in their bodies. Like, people that have been going to the gym for a long time that maybe are at like close to their goal weight, but they can't seem to budge out of it because, number one, they're stuck in their workout routine. Our bodies get used to it. So, encouraging that change. Okay, add the 21-day fix workout in twice a week. Still go to the gym, but add this in twice a week. It's going to change. It's going to start changing their body. And then once again, the food. The food is the most important piece. I mean, yes, we need to be active, but food is what's going to change them, truly change them from the inside out. So a lot of it is people don't know really what to eat. They think that eating, granola bars, protein bars, cereal is healthy and like normal to be eating every day. And it's not. Like, we need to focus on whole foods, and this is going to help them do that. So there's always a way to figure out how to get them to go there, not in a manipulative way, but because I truly believe that they need it. It's very rare for somebody to have all the pieces put together. So this is a system that works, and that's why I believe in it, and that for $10 more, they should just do it. Okay. So does that help?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So our goal is Success Club 5. So that's helping 3 people every month with challenge packs. Of course, like I said, you could break that down into like 5 Shakeology sales or whatever. But I don't believe that's the best option for their money. I really don't. So hopefully you can get just the challenge pack and, 3 people. Now, don't stop at 5. Like, sky's the limit here, I personally want to help as many people every single month I can. So I never stop at a number, because I'm not going for numbers. I'm going for helping people. So I want to help as many people every single month as I can. Okay. So any questions about Success Club?
No.
Okay. So 2 more things about Success Club. One is, if you hit Success Club 5 for 3 months in a row, in the first 3 months of your business, you will earn a summit ticket for free. So that event that we were just at, you will earn your ticket for free. And that's a couple $100. So it's really awesome for people that come right in and are able to help people, because now you're getting rewarded for it, and you can join us for like the best event of the year. So, and this year is going to be even more. Like, there's so many people from our team going. I'm so excited. So I want you guys all to be there. So earn that ticket. And then also for every time you hit Success Club 5, you will, well, now I got to break this down. There's actually 2 more things. So you will be able to next month, once you hit Emerald, which I'll go into next, so you have to hit Success Club 5 and Emerald, which is the first rank advancement, you will be able to earn leads from the company. So what that means is, let's say you hit Emerald this month and Success Club 5. Next month, the company sends you people that either want a program or have already bought a program. So you're now able to gain customers easily from people that are already interested in it. And for the people who did buy things, you're earning commissions or future commissions off of them. And you never even, like, you didn't have to go out and find them. So that's a huge bonus, because if you're having, you can earn up to 5 people every month. So that all adds up. Of course, like, you want to reach out to them. You'll get them in an email or in a message, and then you can email them on your Team Beachbody page and connect with them. But that is huge. Why not get 5 new customers every month? Right.
What do you do to make Emerald?
Okay. So Emerald is when you bring on 2 coaches. Now, these coaches don't have to be working coaches. Like, for example, if this girl that's in your group that is really active in it, she loves Shakeology, talk to her about the coaching opportunity. Hey, you're posting and you're doing awesome. You're sticking to the program. You're so active in this group. I appreciate it so much. I believe that you would make a great coach. So first you ask if she would want to be a working coach. If she doesn't, you say, okay, that's fine. What about, I know you love the Shakeology, you plan on staying on it. What about getting it at a discount? So then you can sign her up as a coach, and she doesn't have to work the business, but now she's getting the Shakeology discounted every month. And that's a big difference. That all adds up, So my customers that love Shakeology, that want to be on it for a long time, I transition them over to discount coaches because it's helping them. They're able to save a little bit of money. And then too, if they have friends that are interested, they're like, oh, what is that? And they want to do it, then they can sell it to them and they can go to their page and buy it through them. So it's kind of a win-win. So that's 2 coaches. So I want you to, so if you imagine, and I'll post a photo in our group, but I'll just draw this really quick. Okay, so if you can see this. So this is you, and then these are called your legs. You want 1 coach on each leg. Okay. So, and we'll walk through like how to place people and everything through that. But once they sign up, they'll automatically be placed on a leg if you don't choose which side. So that's not to worry about right now. Okay, so that's what Emerald is. And that's when you that's when you rank advance. You also begin to be able to earn money off of the coaches that are placed underneath you. So now you're not just earning sales, you're earning money off of anything that's driven through these people. Also, which I'll go into, I'll have you look on your online office in 1 minute, but one of these legs is going to be considered your strong leg. And what that means is the coach is above you. So let's say I'm right here and I placed you on this leg. That means that any other coach after I sign you up that I place on this leg is going to fall under you. So this side will be your strong leg, and it's going to continue to grow and grow and grow. You still have to place coaches there, but the volume on this leg will continue to grow because I'm placing people on this side. So that is going to increase your volume to earn more money. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. and we'll go into more of that. It took me a long time to like understand all of those things. I'm like not a numbers person. I was like, I don't know. I don't get it. But basically I help you build one side of your business. And so you want to reach Emerald as quickly as possible so you can start to begin to generate the volume to earn $14 off of every cycle. So, and we'll go into cycles and everything later. I don't want to confuse you on this call. But the goal is Emerald Success Club 5 as soon as possible. So then the last thing for Success Club 5 is you earn money for every time you hit Success Club 5 going towards a trip. So we have Success Club trips every year, which I highly recommend you go and sign up for right now. There's a waiting list, but that doesn't mean you won't go. We're going to the Dominican Republic this year, and I think it's in March. I have to check on that. But it's either March or April. But you basically can earn a free trip. If you're hitting Success Club 5 every month, you can earn it for free. So this is like, and it's all inclusive. So you're not going to be paying for anything while you're there, unless it's something, above and beyond that you choose to do. You can bring a spouse, you can bring kids, like it's amazing. To be able to go on a free vacation is like, I mean, who wouldn't want to do that, right? So, and you just have to help 3 people a month. Like you can do that. Anybody could do that. So if you want a free vacation, I suggest hitting at least Success Club 5. If you continue to like help more and more people. So let's say this month you help 6 people, 7 people, all of that money, it's just more and more money that you earn towards it. So you can get it paid off quicker. If you will also get bonus money once you hit Success Club 5 for an entire year. That will give you like basically per diem money that you can just go and spend. So it's really awesome. Really awesome. Okay. Any questions about that?
So I need to sign up for that
Yes.
now?
Yes.
Even though I haven't already?
Yes.
Okay.
Sign up because it will hold your spot on the waiting list. And then you don't like, for example, let's say you get off the waiting list and you decide like, find out like I can't do it this year. That's okay. It's not like locking you into anything. You can always turn it down. But just to hold your spot, yes, you should sign up. And I'll post that link. Remind myself to post the link. Okay. Next is I want you to learn to schedule your time for business. And this is really important because I feel, especially as a new coach, and I did this, so I'm talking from experience. As a new coach, you're excited, you're like ready to rock and roll, but then you feel like you're tied to like your phone all the time, posting, responding to messages, messaging people, or your computer, whichever it is. And it's like, it can be frustrating for your family. So something that I've learned to do is, and I'm still not perfect at it, I'm not gonna lie, but I try my best to schedule my work hours. So it would be really helpful if you go off of a calendar and whether it's on paper or on Google or whatever it is, but schedule in your business hours so that it's not taking up your entire day and you don't feel like you have to respond to people immediately. That was something for me. It was like, oh, this person just messaged me. I have to respond back. Like I actually had to take off the message notifications off of my phone because I didn't want to see things popping up. Because if I did, I was like having to respond to them right away. So what I do now is like have a set time in the mornings and at night when I'm allowing myself to respond to people, check in with challengers. That's my time to do it. So I block it off. On my calendar, and it's basically like, okay, this is your time, like go. And then I do what I can within that time, and then I don't go back to it until later. If I have a break in my day and like let's say the kids like were at the park or something and they're running around and I'm just sitting there, I'll check and I'll check in and stuff like that. But I try to, as best as possible, stick to that so it's not interfering too much with life. Because the truth is, if you stay organized in this business, it doesn't have to take too much of your time. You can get in, get out, and be done. But a huge thing is don't get distracted. Like, don't go on Facebook without a mission, because if you go on Facebook without a mission, it's going to be hours later and you'll be like, I didn't do anything for my business. I just stalked 100 people and like, read everybody's posts. So the goal here is you're going to go in, you're going to do those things I talked about as far as posting, connecting, and inviting, and then get out. You don't have to check your little Facebook world. You do those things and you get out. And then later in the day, if you have time to check that Facebook world, then you do. But you want to get in and get out as quickly as possible so that it's not consuming your life. Beachbody's supposed to give you a life, not take your life. So be intentional about your time and how you're spending it so that it's not consuming you. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about events, team calls. So this is another piece that's really important. And like I mentioned before, there's some coaches that sign up and then they're like, well, it's just not for me. I just didn't get anything out of it. And, you talk about this changing your life, like it really didn't do anything. And I'm like, well, did you get on team calls? Did you participate? Did you listen to the national wake-up calls? Did you ever go to an event? Did you go to Super Saturdays? No. Okay. Well, you're only going to get out of this what you put in. You're only going to, get as involved and feel that experience if you do it. So there's quarterly events. The one we just went to was Super Saturday. The next one is in October, October 29th. So mark your calendars now, get it on your calendar, search for one in your area because they're all over the country. And everybody and anybody's always welcome to come to the Pittsburgh one, and we will go together. You can stay at my house. But yeah, my door is always open to everybody. We have people traveling and coming in all the time. So, and then every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. is our team call. So that doesn't change. It's always going to be Tuesday night. There will be additional calls that pop up through, the month. So for example, if we do a coach opportunity call, if we do another business blitz, those things will be, will pop up throughout the month, and I'll keep you guys informed when they're coming. But Tuesday nights 9, you really want to be on those calls. We also every Monday at 11 have the national wake up call. This is through Beachbody, and I'm gonna be honest, I just do it on my app. I don't listen to the live call because Mondays are usually a little busy for me. So I listen to it afterwards. There's an app that's Team Beachbody, and you can even skip through on there. You can skip through like all the recognitions. So that cuts about 10 minutes out of the time. And you can get to the meat of the call, listen to it, but it's going to give you the information that you need as far as new things coming up, as well as what's going on in the company, new programs, when things are coming out, what events are coming up, as well as you get to hear from the top people in the company. So you're getting the advice, the help, the creativity, the new ways to run your business. You got to listen to it because, they know how their business works and they have been successful at it. So, why not learn from those people? I said Super Saturdays, and then of course the summit. So summit is only, I would commit for all of you guys, commit to hitting Success Club 5 the first 3 months so you can earn that for free. Because I know it's far away, but you want to commit to it now. You don't want to miss it. You just want to say, I'm going to this. I'm going all in, like somehow, some way, I'm going to make it happen. We have a whole year to make it happen. So, okay. Any questions about those?
Yes.
Okay.
I wrote it down this time. I didn't want to cut you off. How often are the coach opportunity calls? Is it like a set thing or?
Typically, excuse me, typically they're once a month. However, I'm thinking of switching that up. Usually what we do, I'll tell you, like the structure kind of how I like to run things is the first 2 weeks of the month, you're inviting for challenge groups. So the first 2 weeks, you're amping up. So that's why we're going to have another one starting on, I think it's the 14th. Yeah, 14th. So we'll have another accountability group, 15th. Another accountability group starting up on the 15th. So the first 2 weeks, you're focusing on inviting for accountability groups. Then the last 2 weeks, you're focusing on the business opportunity. So inviting for coaching. Because now this month has been different because of Summit, but typically we start them on the 1st. So these business coach, hi baby, coach apprenticeships typically start on the 1st. Like I said, this month was different because we had Summit right up until the 1st. But that's kind of how we run it. So usually it's like the last 2 weeks we'll do coach opportunity calls. I'm going to reevaluate. We might do one like the 2nd week and then the 4th week so that it's split up, 2 times a month. I just don't want to confuse people. I want people to focus, okay, challenge groups first 2 weeks, coaching next 2 weeks. But it's always a good idea to lead more with the coaching opportunity, and then, you can work backwards from there. So does that answer your question? Is that helpful? Okay. All right. All right. So in the back office, so are you on your computer right now? Yeah, perfect. So if you go to coach, we'll go to your Team Beachbody. And then let me pull it up here too so I know what I'm doing. So first thing is you should fill out your profile if you haven't yet. So you want to make sure that, you have your photo in there. You want to have, your bio, which I need to update. Speaking of, sorry, that's my alarm system. Every time somebody opens the door, it beeps. Let me see here. Okay. So you want to have your bio filled out, what program you're doing. You really want that to be complete, like 70% or more. Do you see where that is?
Is that in my website? Or?
Hold on one second. Let me pull it back up. Okay, so so you go to Team Beachbody, you log in, and then it's been so long since I did this. My account. Let me see 1 second. It's going so slow. Come on. I think it's in maybe my dashboard. Hold on. So if you click on, okay, here. So if you click on your name on the left-hand side and underneath it says my dashboard, do you see that? click connect up top. You see the blue?
Okay, I went under coach, so let me go back.
Yeah, go back, and then it says connect up on top in the blue, and then go to my profile. Here, I'll do it. Oh my gosh, easy.
Okay, I see my dashboard now.
Okay, so
let me go back.
I can do a screen share with you really quick. Hold on one second. Share screen.
Oh, okay, I found connect.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so connect. So connect, if you hover over that and you go down to my profile,
okay,
it will pull up what you have or don't have. And then let's edit my profile. Photo is on the left, edit or privacy settings. Then it should have, let's see, like you can put in your meal plan, your blog is over on the right-hand side. But that right in there is where you want to do all of your update, all of your stuff.
Okay.
Okay. Oh my gosh, I have to update mine so bad. It's like 2 years. Okay. Let's see. Then, okay, so once you do that, then I want you to go over to Coach and then Coach Online Office.
Okay.
Okay. Now here you'll see My Business. So up top, if you hover over My Business, and then all the way down, My EFT Management. That's where I want you to put in your bank information so that you can get direct deposits and not actual checks. And you want to do that immediately because it takes too long to get a check. Direct deposit is way better. That's the easiest route to go. You can track everything. So you'll want to do that. And then I also want to get you familiar a little bit with, so under My Business is like where all of the business, obviously, things are. So like that's where you'll see all your customers, your coaches, your downline, all of that. So I want you to click on My Downline and then Graphical Genealogy. So this is where I drew that picture for you, where you see like your right and left legs. So do you have people under one of your legs?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's your strong leg. Is it your left or right?
Left.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. So that's going to be your strong leg. That will continue to grow and grow and grow. But like you still need to place coaches on that side, but that is going to that's going to be your strong leg, meaning you're going to need to build more of your volume on the opposite side to make them match up a little bit more.
Okay.
But we'll go through all that. There's like other videos that you can watch in regards to all that. I just want you to get familiar so you can see that and know how that all kind of looks. Okay. Let's see, where else do I want to take you? My volume is another good one just to get used to. So if you go to My Volume and then you click My Volume,
Okay.
this is where you're going to see like your actual volume with sales and then your left leg and right leg. That's where those team bonus cycles come in regards to, once you go Emerald. If you ever need, your earnings will be in there, so you can click on your commissions, my weekly commissions. Once you get that, you're always paid the week after you make the money on a Thursday. So, for example, if you sold, challenge packs last week,
Yeah.
You get paid on it this Thursday.
Oh, okay.
Let's see what else. Okay, and then you can go to, you'll always have all of your customer list here. If you go to your customers, my forms and documents is also a good place to kind of just know. This is where you can modify your Shakeology order, where you can sign people up with the like if they're military people get their monthly fees waived, so they don't have to pay that $15 monthly fee as a coach, and that's down here. Let's see. Military waiver, that's right here. And then there's just some other forms that, you know, are kind of helpful. The policies and procedures, how to earn, the coach welcome book, which you guys should definitely download. That's for all of you new coaches. So you want to look into that. Then I just want to bring you one more place. Well, sales and marketing is a really good place too. Like if you wanted to put any logos together or learn how to run challenge groups, there's a whole group right here that you can base your challenge group off of. Of course, you want to make it a little bit more like you, so put your own flavor on them, but these are all your business tools right here. You don't need to know anything beforehand. All of the goodies are right here. Okay, and then I want to bring you over to news and training. This is an important place because as a new coach, there's so many trainings and it's all accessible to you guys. So you need to go through this getting started one if you haven't yet. I really would like you to go through these first three. So getting started, do this one day, and then the next day do the coach, and the following day do the emerald and ruby. That's going to give you what you need to know as far as right now and how to get started, what coaching is, what it requires, which I already have gone over with you, but and then emerald, what that means and how to get there and things like that.
Okay.
So those three, and that's under news and training, trainings. This is also where you'll find your Super Saturdays. So if you click on the events, you can see all of the things that are coming up. And you can find where, this is where the Coach Summit stuff is, the Super Saturday stuff. So you can find all of that here. All right. I think that's it as far as this goes for now. But yeah, just click around, get familiar with what's, on here. Okay, let's see. Okay, then I want to go over really quick how you sign people up, the best way that I sign people up, the easiest way. And that is through, I use the app on my phone typically, but you can also utilize it on the computer, and that's coachmobile.teambeachbody.com or the app TBB Coach. And so all you need there is you need to log in, and then you need to know their email address and what program, what Shakeology flavor. That will then send an email to them, and they will be able to place the order from there. Once they do, I always ask for them to let me know so I can check it and make sure that everything goes through properly, because every once in a while things get a little hairy. There's also another app that you can use, and it's called BB Links. And this one will generate a link for you. So once again, you log in, and then up top it'll say, the programs, the supplements, beauty, challenge packs. This gives you a direct link to your website, so they can purchase it through there. I don't use this one as often, but sometimes it's a good one to use. The only thing when you go to sign somebody up, sometimes they might already have an email address with Beachbody. And so it'll then say you can't sign this person up. They're already a customer. In that case, there's two things that I recommend doing. One is you can see if they have a different email address to use. That's what I always do first. I say, hey, it looks like you're already signed up. Are you able to, do you have another email address so I could sign you up through there? Most people do have a different email address. For whatever reason, they say no, or it doesn't work. You can then use this link and send that to them. And once they sign up, though, you need to call to get their order placed under you. So I'll ask them, hey, once you get the confirmation email, can you please forward it to me? Once they forward it to me, I have all the information I need. I have their email address and I have their confirmation number. So I'll call in to Beachbody and have their order switched over underneath me. So I'll say, hey, I had a customer place an order. It got put underneath a different coach. I need to make a change, so it's underneath me. And they'll ask what their email address is or their home address and their order number. And that's enough information to everything. If they just forward you the email, you're good because all the information is there. And then it will be placed under you. Any questions about that? No? Okay, cool. All right. So then I'm going to go quickly into this because we'll go more into it in detail later. But social media, posting on social media, just briefly touch on this. So you don't have to get overwhelmed and think like, oh my gosh, I have to be on every single social media site. You don't. The three I recommend are Snapchat, Instagram, and Facebook. Snapchat is up and coming and is now being utilized more so business-wise as well too. Snapchat's really cool because people get to see like who you really are. And it's that instant type of like reality TV show. They get to see how it is. And that's why it's become so popular. So, doing a quick little motivational thing on Snapchat every Monday, or doing a quick little like meal prep, or, words of advice, or, just showing you running around one day with your kids or whatever it is. Like Snapchat is really powerful. So definitely getting on that is I believe necessary. Also then Facebook and Instagram. Instagram is a great way to connect with people directly through hashtagging. So, targeting your market. And then Facebook, you can choose as a new coach, you can just run it through your Facebook page, or you can open up a Facebook page, a like page. I ran my business mainly through my personal page for the first 6 months. And then I opened up a business account because I kind of wanted to separate the two. And I wanted my health and fitness account to be mainly health and fitness, or what I chose to do. So what we go by is 5 rocks. And basically what this means is there's 5 things in your life that are most important to you. And those are the 5 things that you want to bring across in your message. And that's what you're going to be posting about. So I want you to figure out what your 5 rocks are. And this is going to be, so I'll give you mine. Mine is faith, fitness, family, fearlessness, and food. So nutrition. Mine are all 5s or Fs. Ironically. But so that's what I'm always posting about. They fall within that, category. Everything I post falls within that category. And you can even narrow it down a little bit. Like my Facebook like page is even more narrowed down, and it's mainly, the fearlessness, motivational type stuff, biblically usually, and then fitness and food. Those are the main 3 things that I discuss on my page. But, you know, I throw my family in there every once in a while and, you know, things like that. But so that is, I want you all to write down what your 5 rocks are, and then that will give you your guideline as to what you want to post daily. Now, what do you post, right? This is like, this was a huge mistake that I did when I first became a coach. And I basically was posting like stock photos of like Shaun T and, you know, insanity and things like that. And I don't want you to do that. I do not want you to do that. I want you to focus on those 5 rocks and be you. I want everything you post to be about you. I don't want to see pictures of Shaun T unless it's a photo of you with him. I don't want to see photos of, you know, a big sign of Pio or a sign of Country Heat unless you're the one in it. Go ahead.
Let me see. A little. Okay. I had to get breakfast situated.
Oh yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, we're almost done. We're almost done. I'm sorry. So it's all about you because people aren't going to connect with, you know, Shailene Johnson. Like, okay, she's pretty, she's a fitness person, like, but nobody connects with her because you can't speak for her, right? Like they're going to connect with you, with your personality, with your interests. And I want to make it clear too, like your 5 rocks, like it could include a hobby of yours. It could be photography. It could be like your animals. If you're a dog lover, it could be, you know, anything. It doesn't have to be just health and fitness related. It could obviously, for you, gluten-free, like you have a specific target market. So that's a huge one. You know, the special needs of nutrition. I would really go after that. But you can always incorporate other things that you're passionate about because your message is whatever you want to create it to be. So really take time to think about that and really think, okay, what message do I want to get across to the world? Aside from Beachbody, like what is the message that I want the world to know? And that's what you're going to lead with. So after you figure out those 5 rocks, I want you to commit to like, I'm not going to post like these stock photos. I'm going to be me. I'm going to be unapologetically me because you are perfect the way you are and you can do this exactly how you are right now. And I want you to embrace that, whether it's good, the bad, the ugly, the, you know, whatever, the funny, the goofy, embrace it all and just be you. And don't be afraid what other people are going to think about you because those people that are being judgmental, you don't want them around in your circle anyways. You just don't. There will be people that come and step up that you maybe never even knew were there or that like was a friend from a long time ago and they just fall in love with you and they're like, you're the best ever, like, you know. So those are the people that you want in your life. Remember, you don't want to target everybody. You want this niche. You want to target a specific audience because, and you, whenever you post, act like you're talking face to face to that person. Like you are having an intimate conversation with just that one person because when you act like you're talking to the whole world and you're talking to everybody, you're secretly talking to nobody because nobody can connect with you when you're talking to everybody. Okay. So now I want to go into your why. And I'm going to stop recording because I'll just say a few things and I'll stop recording so you and I can have a personal conversation. So your why is something that is going to drive your business forward. This could be, you know, all across the board. I mean, it could be you want to pay off college debt. It could be you want to help a certain amount of people a month or a year. It could be you want to be able to take your kids on vacation. It could be that, you know, gosh, I don't know. I mean, there's so many different things. You want to get yourself healthy for X, Y, and Z. Your why should be something, though, that is going to drive you every single day. It needs to be deeper than I just want to help people. That's like when I started this, I was like, oh, I just want to help people. And that's not just my why anymore. Like, this is my lifeline. This is like the thing that has kept me going and is going to keep me going and is going to provide for my kids. And I don't want them to ever feel like they can't do things. This is so much deeper now. And, you know, so digging deep into what this is really going to do for you, you may need a new car. You may, you know, I don't know, but this why needs to be big. It needs to be in depth. It might even be tear jerking. So really, I want you all to think about your why and dive into it, and then, you know, we will discuss it one-on-one. And this also is going to go into crafting your story, which we'll talk more about. But, you know, everybody has a story. Everybody has things they've been through in life, difficulties, things they've overcome, things maybe they didn't overcome, but now you've learned through it. Your story is a huge piece of this puzzle. So that's also, you know, as we go through this, something to start thinking about. Like, what are the different stories in your life that you have overcome, that you want to share with people, that you can show them, look, like, you can do this. I did it. I'm no different than you. You can do this. And whether it's losing a bunch of weight, or, you know, getting through a divorce, or getting through a sickness, or getting through something your child is going through, or a big move, or, you know, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be like this terrible, terrible thing, but we're all overcomers in different ways. And so that's all a piece of your story. So think about that as well. Start jotting down a couple different ideas of going through your journey of life. And that's going to be helpful as we continue to move forward in this group and we do posting and things like that. So, all right, we're going to dive into your why now. And I'll have this available for the team. And yeah, I'm excited for everybody to get started here.